This is the muscari or purple grapes. I have tulips growing underneath the muscari purple grapes, and looks like it's coming out. The tulips are popping out. It's another one of my muscari right next to my jalapeno that I have not harvested, but they grow very nicely together because they're south-facing sun. On this pot I have grown hyacinth and different colors of hyacinth. On top of that I have a mum. The mum was growing back in October last year, and that was the first layer. And then second layer I have a hyacinth, and then the third layer down I have tulips. That's going to come up sometime maybe in a month or so. So these are the three layers bulb arrangement that I have done last year, and looks like it's growing up, looking very, very pretty. I planted some tulips a few weeks ago, and some of the clearance from the Valentine's Day, and it has grown flower and looks like it's coming out. It's about to come off. And this is the blueberry. It's not been very healthy, but it's coming back, starting to grow flower. This is one more blueberry, different species. This is my Taiwanese guava plant, guava tree. I grew it I'm growing it on top of inside this cell watering pot, and I found it to be very, very good to be growing there. It's coming back, it's growing new leaves, recovering from the winter, and there's a guava. We've been eating about, we already have two of them last week, and two. They're really good. Taste really good. Hopefully this year I'm gonna have a lot of guava. Just turn around. This one here is our kumquat. I need to move it because this pot here doesn't drain very well, and it's been having a lot of problems. So I'm probably going to end up moving to a different pot. It's an orange tree starting to flower. That's how how my allergy has kicked in. But I have been harvesting the oranges, almost all gone. There's a few oranges still left, and they're just awesome. Nothing like tasting a fresh orange right off the tree. So our grapefruit is also flowering, as you can see. This grapefruit has not been very good producer. The fruit it's not really that tasty, but I want to make it grow a little bit taller because it's got doesn't have enough sun. Maybe that's why it did not grow very sweet. And over here, my lemon tree. This lemon tree, after I pruned it last year, it's gotten a little bit better. Also flowering, you can see here. And I'm gonna have to slowly nurture it back to a healthy state. Over here is our apple tree. I pruned it a few months ago. It's starting to grow flower, as you can see. on the tip of the, you see the flowers coming up. So hopefully it will be another productive year. It's more over here at the tip of the spur. I'm growing wheatgrass here. I've been harvesting them and drinking them. It takes it's a little bit overgrown. I should have harvested them a while back. I did harvest this particular part already. This particular flat. These are the second growth. These are the first growth. I think I should be juicing them pretty soon as they're overgrown. Okay, I'm getting ready. Just an update on my garden raised bed. I added one extra tier, 1.5 tier here, because I bought two sets, and because there are two adjacent ones, so you end up with the extra extra fence that you can use for just one more. And this is going to be one. It's going to be 5 or 2.5 tiers, and this is going to be just 2 tier. I found out last year that having just one raised bed is just not good enough. Just simply too shallow of a root to grow anything. So having a higher raised bed would allow me to plant even tomato or okra is what I'm trying to do this year. And I'm getting ready to clean it up, and I'm here, I need to clean this place up, and I'm ready to plant for the new season. Okay. By the way, the something to learn from is that you notice the new raised bed is a little bit smaller than the older one, so it doesn't quite fit on top of each other. So if you want to build a raised bed, by all means build at least 2 tier, unless you have a solid soil underneath it. Having just 1 tier is just not good enough. I have rocks underneath this thing, so it cannot go into the ground. But if you have soil underneath it, that'll be okay. If the rocks, then you definitely need to have 2 tiers, and buy enough to support 2 tiers instead of adding on like what I did here and kind of hodgepodge, because they don't quite fit the same with the old one. You can see there's a gap here. You can see that this is smaller. Doesn't look too good, and they don't fit on top of each other very well. So I have a little bit of gap that I need to force the fence into. Notice that this is just smaller. So it goes to tell you that every new generation they seem to make it a little cheaper. This thing is smaller than the old one. That's why this don't fit as well. Here in my grow room, I'm planting or sprouting, germinating more tomatoes and a lot of okras and radishes. I'm gonna make a lot of the radishes. These are the Japanese and Chinese radishes. And that's another flower plant that I'm growing. It came back from last year. There's some watermelon that's not sprouted, has not germinated yet. And the frog skin melon is simply delicious. They're coming back.